Guess what I mean. He restarted his mental technique. Attempt to reclaim spiritual energy. However, the spiritual energy in his secret chamber, not only did it not stay, instead it flows by at a faster pace. A hint of golden softness appeared on his face. Is the other party's spiritual root far above me? He simply gave up on his cultivation. The spiritual energy in this place. For his realm, there is not much effect from the training. He arrived outside the secret room, through the crack of the door. Feel the situation inside Fang Chen's secret room. In his perception, a surge of astonishing spiritual energy, being consumed. It felt like there was a black hole inside. Siphon away all the spiritual energy. The speed of absorbing spiritual energy is so fast. He couldn't help but be moved. Suddenly, a flash of inspiration struck. Slightly surprised. Could it be he is the one detected by Guzhou City? That 9-rank spiritual root. He stared intently at the stone door of the secret chamber. A hint of rivalry gleamed in their eyes. This time, he secretly ran out behind his father's back. No need for anything else. As the favored daughter of heaven, I want to see it with my own eyes. This astonishing 9-grade spiritual root. What are its outstanding qualities? At this moment, a muffled sound echoed in the chamber. A fluctuation of Kai at the 5th level of refinement. Slowly transmitted. The captain of the guard's pupils dilated. Deep down, he has broken through. The spiritual energy here is very thin. Only enough for low-level dancers to break through. Fang Chen actually succeeded. The cold face of the woman in purple. A hint of gold also emerged. Couldn't help but clench my fists tightly. Truly worthy of a 9th-grade spiritual root. Different from ordinary people. If it were a typical completion of the 4th level of Kai refining, it is absolutely impossible to successfully break through under such thin spiritual energy. But with my spiritual root and cultivation method, it can be done with some effort. 9-ranked spiritual roots. It seems like I'm not much stronger than you. However, after the tea ceremony, in the locked room, once again a faint roar echoed. A powerful wave of energy at the 6th level of Kai refinement swept away, lifted all the dust from the ground. The purple-clad woman's secret eye finally revealed its golden hue. The time for a tea cut. Starting from the 5th layer of Kai refinement, breaking through to the 6th layer of Kai refinement. She asks herself, no matter how hard I try, I still can't do it. A hint of bitterness. A smile appeared at the corner of her mouth. Is this the difference between a 9th-rank spiritual root and a 7th-rank spiritual root? The guard captain also gasped in surprise. I have broken through 2 realms consecutively. The power of the 9-petal spirit root. I wait for mere mortals to imagine. The woman in purple still held on to her last bit of stubbornness. But she has reached her limit here. From the 6th floor to the 7th floor. It is an antenna. It took me a full 10 days to break through. Jiu Pin's temperament is indeed stronger than mine, but very limited. She let out a sigh. My mood instantly lightened a lot. For this, the captain of the guard is endlessly kind. 10 days. The woman in purple was enjoying the top resources of the Qingyan sect. It takes an ordinary person several years. Even half a lifetime crosses this boundary. As time gradually comes to an end, there was no more movement in the room. It seems to confirm what the woman in purple said. As time was about to run out, the guard captain stepped forward and knocked on the door. Prepare to remind Fang Chen. But suddenly, a stronger gust of wind swiped out from the secret chamber. The guard captain nearly lost his balance. shocked to the core. Chi refinement level 7 in just a short hour. From the completion of the fourth level of Chi refinement, breakthrough to Chi refinement level 7, the cold visage of the woman in purple. I can no longer remain calm. A pair of cold, clear eyes, filled with shock. She couldn't believe the mudman. Impossible. The difference between the 9th rank and the 7th rank is just 2 ranks. How can the gap be so big? The purple-clad woman suffered a merciless blow. My heart almost collapsed. She never imagined in her dreams. Proud of my 7th grade spiritual root, in front of the 9-rank spirit root. It turned out to be a huge difference of 108,000 miles. In the heart, to this 9th grade spiritual root prodigy, there is no longer any feeling of discontent. There is only immense frustration. Fang Chen left the secret room, dripping with sweat. I see the woman in purple is also outside. Realized that his cultivation was interfering with the other. Quickly clasping his fists, he said, "This young lady. Sorry to bother you. You're not bothering me. Remove the purple token hanging from the waist. Pass it to Fang Chen, holding it. Take it out when faced with life-threatening danger. Don't you dare die." Yan Bai Shui Zi Egg, leaving Fang Chen with a fierce expression. How did I end up like this? You want to compete with me for no reason at all. He also threw a token at me. Scratching my head. Confusing departure. Liu Qingxian leaves Gaju City, then rode on a white crane and flew away. Not long after flying out, suddenly a dark cloud hovered over my head. Looking up, it is an enormous blue eagle. A figure in a white robe stood beside the assistant. A middle-aged person with a sharp demeanor, a powerful aura radiating from him. Blow away all the sudden gusts of wind. Seeing this person, Liu Qingxian was taken aback. Quickly kneel and worship. Liu Qingxian, disciple of Qingyun sect. I have met Vice Master Chen of the Tianji Pavilion. The person in front of me. It turns out to be one of the 4 deputy masters of the Tianji Pavilion, Chen Zhendao, without a doubt. He is the one from the Tianji Pavilion here to take Lu Zheng. Your father is looking for you everywhere. It turns out I came running. Chen Zhendao chuckled. He was once a brother disciple of the leader of the Qingyun sect. The relationship is very good. On the way, I received news. He said his daughter ran away. Have him pay attention to see if there are any traces on the way. Glancing at the solitary boat city beneath my feet, he then understood Liu Qingxian's intentions. I can't help but wonder about. Have you seen that person with the 9th grade spiritual root? How are you? This question let Liu Qingxian's eyes turn slightly red. White Dao. He is too much of a bully. Chen Zhendao was stunned. In my memories, Liu Qingxian is someone who doesn't bow down to anyone. A girl who is extremely strong-willed. Why am I crying so wronged? This must have been a huge blow. How to bully you? Tell me what you heard. Chen Jingdao held a mindset of listening to stories. Ha, that's funny. Liu Qingxian shared her experiences. Listening complete. Chen Jingdao could no longer smile. This is impossible. Are you sure you didn't misinterpret your feelings? 1 hour. Ordinary spirit pool. From the 4th level of Chi refinement to the 7th level of Chi refinement, I am an 8th grade spiritual root. Only 1 item away from the 9th rank. But my cultivation speed. It's not even half of what you said. Seeing Chen Zhendao's astonished expression, Liu Qingxian felt at ease. The 8th grade spiritual root has also been struck down. HMTH. He was in such a good mood that Vice Guild Master Chen can check it personally to find out. Anyway, I gave him the Kingian order. Very recognizable. The house was in chaos. The servants hurriedly arranged various flower baskets, wiping the tables and chairs. Even Liu Zhengyin, the head of the family, personally took action. Liu Ruxu is also hurriedly helping out. What's wrong? The equation is off by one. Seeing him return, Liu Zhengyin showed a hint of disdain. Huh? What are you standing there for? Hurry up and help together. Liu Ruxu handed over a cloth. Reverence for the way. The city lord has just sent someone on horseback to notify us urgently. The lord of the Tianji pavilion. Here it comes. The person from the Tianji pavilion who came to take away the nine-tiered spiritual root. Finally arrived. Equation. What are you standing there for? Get to work quickly. I've messed up my big plans. You can't afford to be absent-minded at any moment. At this moment, Lu Zheng with a proud expression, wearing a brand new silk dance robe, the majestic Crane Island with hands behind its back. Thanking casually tossed the cloth he received onto the floor. The fountain pen wrote, "What does your matter have to do with me? The people from Tianji Pavilion are here to find Lu Zheng. Why should Fang Cheng help with cleaning?" Lu Zheng's smile didn't reach his eyes. What a fool! Today I cannot clear the clouds. The day I soared to the heavens. How many people outside want to be here in this final moment, pulled onto my thigh. I don't have time to deal with it. You're doing quite well. Could you wipe my chair for me? Mopping the floor, but didn't cherish it properly. Wang Yingfeng accompanying him. It is also a time of spring breezes and success. Sarcastically said. What use is it to understand this mute? Some people live their whole lives in lowly conditions. This is all fate. No matter how I try to support, I can't lift it up. The two of them sang in perfect harmony. At that moment, Qin Changshan from Wengsun felt. He smiled and said, "Master Lu, old man congratulates you. A little gift of congratulations. No respect intended. We hope that young Master Lu can support our Qin family in the future." Behind Qin Changshan, a few strong men carried several boxes of low-quality refining equipment. The Liu family members began to feel at ease. So may forging industries. Less than 300,000 taels of silver. Liu Zhengyan and Wang Yingfeng watched in terror. For a moment, no one dared to answer. Gifts need to be repaid. The Liu family cannot afford such a heavy gift. Lu Zheng laughed heartily. The newcomer accepted it without fear. The head of the Qin family has arrived just in time. Pang. The people working on site. One person, one bottle. Of course. A self-righteous person. Just don't give it. So, up to the clansmen, even the servants. Everyone was incredibly surprised to receive a bottle. Normally, I wouldn't be willing to buy low-quality refining materials. Only Fang Chen was empty-handed. Lu Zheng said proudly, "Fang Chen, starting to regret it, aren't you? A bottle of inferior quality refining industry. Just missed it like this. Test. This loss is quite significant." Fang Chen rubbed his chest. "Let the 10 bottles of exquisite refining materials inside. Don't be so personal." He lifted his pen and wrote slowly and steadily. "If I were you, before entering the Tianji pavilion, absolutely will not accept this gift. What if Lu Zheng can't get in? What does he use to repay?" Lu Zheng scoffed. "Take a look. He dreams of becoming me. Ha. Qin Chengsheng naturally supports Lu Zheng. Disdainfully said, "Fang Chen, I am willing to give. Young Master Lu is willing to accept. Do you need to meddle in my business?" Fang Chen looked at Qin Chengsheng. A playful smile. taking up the pen to write. I am just worried about the Qin family head. Chickens fly and eggs break. Deeply regretting. Qin Changshan laughed heartily. I will regret it. I have latched onto the thigh of a ninth rank spiritual root. I really can't think of a reason to regret. At that moment, a gust of wind swept in. The blue giant eagle slowly descended over the Liu family's home, a figure emanating an overwhelming aura. Leaping down, Lu Zheng took a breath and a sound escaped, looking towards Fang Chendao. Fang Chen, my moment of glory has arrived. Just watch closely how I conduct the rites and music at Longmen. Become the true dragon of the nine heavens. As Chen Zhendao landed, Liu Zhenyan brought Lu Zheng, leading the Liu family out together. The land of Daxi welcomes. Welcome, esteemed guest of the Tianji Pavilion. Chen Zhendao smiled, gently sweating palms. I am the deputy master of the Tianji Pavilion. Chen Zhendao, deputy sect leader. Everyone present was shocked. I thought I had arrived. It's just a servant or something like that. Who would have known? It turned out to be a deputy minister. Everyone was both fearful and shocked. The importance that Tianji Pavilion places on the 9 great spiritual roots. Beyond imagination. Who among you has a 9th rank spiritual root? Chen Zhendao eagerly asked. 1 hour, breaking through 3 levels consecutively. This is just too unbelievable. Everyone turned their gaze towards Lu Zheng. Envy, jealousy, joyful gazes met each other. This made Lu Zheng extremely proud. He cupped his hands and said, Junior Lu Zheng, have you met Vice Minister Chen? Shane Zhengdo Weinian hurriedly stepped forward, personally helped him up, nodding in continuous praise. Not bad, not bad. A person of outstanding appearance. Lu Zheng was taken aback. Chen Zhengdao detected an 8th grade spiritual root, shocking the Heavenly Secrets Pavilion. 30 years later, you have detected a 9th grade spiritual root again, once again shocking the Tianji Pavilion. This is our destiny. Everyone was stunned. It turns out that Chen Zhendao was the one from back then, detected a black 8th grade spirit root. By Liu City's talents, he actively approached the traffic police. The attempt to win over Lu Zheng, everyone present saw it clearly, means Lu Zheng went to Tianji Pavilion. Chen Zhendao will definitely protect him. Lu Zheng's potential. It can be called infinite brightness. King Qingshen tightly clenched his fist in excitement, muttering to oneself, I just said, I, Qin Changshan, for my entire life. There is no choice but to miss out. Hugging Lu Zheng's thigh. It is the best choice I've made in this life. Chen Zhendao and Lu Zheng talked for a long time. The emotions have deepened. Just stepping into the real world. Glancing at the Liu family members kneeling on the ground. Dao, get up, everyone. Liu Zhengyin stood up first. Respectfully said, I am going to see the master. Please come in. Then everyone stepped into the hall. Chen Zhendao sat alone. The others held their breath in fear, standing on both sides of the hall. Xiao Lu, the power of your 9-rank spirit root. I heard about it while I was on the road. Chen Zhendao chuckled softly. That cold and aloof girl from Qingyun sect. You've made me cry out of anger. I'm sorry, but I can't assist with that. Lu Zheng felt a bit lost. The maid of Qingyun sect. Who is it? Only listen to Chen Zhendao continue. Can you demonstrate it live? What a miracle it is to cultivate your spiritual roots. 1 hour to break through 3 levels. The speed of absorbing spiritual energy. It's probably similar to a whale gulping down seawater. Lu Zheng nodded. Step into the center of the hall. The people from the Tianji Pavilion want him to show himself. This was expected. Just the spiritual roots are insufficient to manifest his powerful nine-tier spiritual root. So he already had a better idea. Deputy Sect Leader Chen, can we change it to a way of sparring? Chen Zhendao nodded without hesitation. Who do you want to spar with? When an expert makes a move, just know if there is or not. During the confrontation, Lu Zheng can showcase the uniqueness of the nine-rank spiritual root. Show it more comprehensively. Lu Zheng sneered inwardly. He raised his finger, pointing at both hands hidden in his sleeves. The calm and composed expression on Fang Cheng's face. Equation. Are you brave enough to challenge me again? Chen Zhengdao followed the direction of his finger, saw the equation. He found that he could not speak. I can only respond by writing. Could not help but be astonished. A mute person. Lu Zheng explained. Vice Master Chen, you may not know. My beloved, taken from her by a marriage contract. To win back a lover. I competed with him. Who can break through a level faster? Who would have thought? He used underhanded tactics to defeat me. I won't accept that. So I would like to ask Vice Sect Master Chen to be a witness. Watch how I stand tall and upright. Regain your beloved with honor and integrity. This means to let Deputy Sect Leader Chen uphold justice. Vice Pavilion Master Chen gently frowned. A mute person. No one can bully Lu Zheng, who has a ninth-grade spiritual root. Brought to me, it was detected to have a ninth-rank spiritual root. When trying to win back a loved one, Fang Chen deceived and won. While speaking, he glanced at the Liu family members. They might not be lying to support Lu Zheng, perhaps out of conscience. Perhaps it was the intimidation of Vice Lord Chen's authority. No one dared to speak up. Qin Chengsheng's eyes darted around. Immediately said, Deputy Sect Master Chen, I guarantee it with the reputation of the Qin family. However, regarding this matter, there are two guarantors. Vice Lord Chen's expression turned slightly cold. He looked at Fang Chen with a hint of authority. Spoke up. Evil and self-restraint are no different from strength. Do you dare to compete with Lu Zheng based on your abilities? Competing for the one you love? Liu Ruxu was stunned. Ming Ming is ungrateful to the Liu family. Changed the engagement. How did Fang Chen become self-respecting? He opened his mouth. Just need to explain clearly. Fang Chen interrupted him. The fountain pen wrote, Too much talk is pointless. Fists can solve problems. There is no need to argue with others. Immediately looked at Lu Zheng. Wrote, How to compare. Lu Zheng proudly said, Nature is stronger than strength. Do you have the courage to compete? Almost without thinking, Fang Chen picked up the brush and made a stroke. Opei, sword character. Lu Zheng secretly sneered. An arrogant fool. He is at the 5th level of Kai training. These days, I've been secretly training in the Liu family's techniques. There is a sword testing technique. Fang Chen, it's just a matter of luck. Just happened to break through to the 3rd layer of Kai refinement. What does he use to win against himself? Then let's go. Lu Zheng drew his sword. Ye Yao pointed towards Fang Chen. Today, he wants to step on Fang Chen's face. Stole Fang Chen's woman. Prove to the world the power of the 9-rank spiritual root. Fang Chen. It is the stepping stone for his dragon painting to soar into the sky. Fang Chen accepted everything without objection. The deputy arrived at the center of the hall. She casually beckoned him with her finger. Such a frivolous act. Provoking Qin Chengsheng's mockery. How ignorant. Only then will it provoke the 9-rank spiritual root. He kept saying I would regret it. Wait a moment. He lay on the ground like a dead dog. I'll ask him too. No regrets." Chen Zhengdao also gently shook his head. She sighed softly, facing someone with a ninth rank spiritual root and still daring to drag them around like this. This child is too arrogant. And such a dismissive attitude towards oneself. It also angered Lu Zheng. "You brought this upon yourself." Lu Zheng let out a cold snort, a vision of Mount Hue, with the powerful spiritual energy of the fifth level of artifact refining. "Chop with all your might." Fang Chen smiled. "So many days. Lu Zheng has not made any progress at all. The sword shadow approaches." Fang Chen released the spiritual energy of the sixth level of artifact refining. Fingers wrapped in spiritual energy gently tapped on the sword's body, far beyond what Lu Zheng could endure. In an instant, the sword in his hand was knocked away. Lu Zheng was stunned, lost in thought. "I still don't understand what's going on." Fang Chen changed his title to Master. "Slap him in the face." Lu Zheng hurriedly circulated his spiritual energy. He shouted and swung a punch, trying to knock Fang Chen away, regain a bit of face. However, the result of the clash was Lu Zheng's body weighed about 100 jin. Unexpectedly, I was knocked away with a single palm strike, only stopped after knocking over the coffee table. The entire venue fell silent. Deathly silence. Only the sound of Fang Chen's calm sleeves remained, and the line of text he outlined with his pen. 9 rank spiritual roots. Just so. The 9 rank spiritual root has failed, yet defeated so completely and thoroughly. Completely opposite results. Caught everyone by surprise. Liu Ryan's eye sparkled. "What have you already seen?" Gazing pensively at Lu Zheng, whose mouth was full of blood, Wang Yingfeng gently helped him up, feeling heartbroken. "The way, Jen aren't you being too careless?" Qin Chang Sheng also dared to take out a grain, a healing elixir that one cannot bear to consume. Stuff it into Lu Zheng's mouth. "Thou, young Master Lu, don't be careless just because the two of you have had a 10-year friendship. Deputy Sect Master Chen is watching." Everyone was talking over each other. Everyone regarded Lu Zheng's defeat as an unexpected misfortune. Chen Zhengdao frowned slightly. Clearly, he also sensed something was off. Mingming Liu Qingxian said, "Witnessing the 9 rank spiritual root reaching the peak of Kai refinement, level 4, breakthrough to the 7th level of Kai training. Why was I easily defeated by a Kai refining stage 6 martial artist?" He stared closely at Lu Zheng, re-evaluating him. "It has truly reached the 9th rank spiritual root. If you deceive me, do you know what crime it is? I'm sorry, but I can't assist with that." The Liu family was startled. This defeat. It shook the authenticity of Lu Zheng's identity. Wang Yingfeng hurriedly defended her nephew. Vice Master Chen, please give my nephew one more chance." Lu Zheng's pupils also constricted. Hurry to stand up. Vice Lord Chen, the junior swears to the heavens. I would never deceive you, sir. That day, I indeed tested positive for a 9th rank spiritual root. I was a bit overconfident just now. I am willing to stand once more, prove my strength. Seeing him speak so decisively, it doesn't seem like a lie. Chen Zhengdao's palms were slightly sweaty. Decide to give Lu Zheng another chance. Sure. Chen Zhengdao looked at Fang Chen again. "Dao, how are you doing?" Fang Chen wrote without a moment's hesitation. "He can't beat me." He suppressed the boundary. "Using less than half of my strength, Lu Zheng cannot win." In the end, Lu Zheng's conjecture is no different from his assumptions. He is not a 9 rank spiritual root. Seeing these 5 words, Lu Zhen was filled with rage, roared like an angry lion, named Fang. What skill is ambushing? Kneel down for me. As they spoke, they once again grasped the air, like a vicious tiger lunging at me. He wants to win against Fang Chen too much. Prove yourself. Thus, in the act of striking, there are actually flaws everywhere. Fang Chen seized the opportunity, gently sidestepping opinions. A kick landed squarely on his chest. Lu Zhang was thrown back again. The difference is, this time, blood spilled from my mouth. Clearly suffered internal injuries. His defeat once again, leaving the Liu family completely speechless. A single defeat is a mistake. Twice is also the same. More and more clan members, like Liu Ruyan, gradually noticing something strange. Besides Wang Yingfeng, others remain stubbornly attached. Take this fold as your biggest trump card. The remaining members of the Liu family, everyone began to doubt his status as a 9-rank spiritual root. And this time, don't speak for Fang Chen. Chen Zhendao also hummed softly. 9-rank spiritual root is on fire. He casually pulled out a knife. Bronze paper similar to that found in the detection tower. But mini is too much. Throw it in front of Lu Zheng. Recheck once. Chen Zhendao spoke in a commanding tone. Lu Zheng gave a bitter smile. I just lost twice. Can you deny my spiritual root? Good. Then I'll prove it to you. Let me show you. What is a 9-grade spiritual root? A pair of questioning gazes, brutally stimulating his pride. Let him be utterly humiliated. He grasped the mini bronze paper tightly. Han Lu stared at everyone. Liu Zhenyan, I originally wanted to soar together with the Liu family. Unfortunately, you suspect me. It's really unfortunate. Your Liu family is not worthy to soar with me. Classical Chinese. The Liu family members immediately fell into chaos. Qin Chengsheng hurriedly said, Young Master Lu, I believe in you. I believe you. Lu Zhengguo is not a 9th-rank spiritual root. It's not just Lu Zheng who feels the world is collapsing. The sky of the Qin family can also collapse. Lu Zheng nodded slightly, patted him on the shoulder. Down. Only you support me the most. Don't worry. I won't let you lose. That. He looked at Fang Chen again, eyes filled with madness. Fang Chen, you have successfully broken through the 6th level of training. Can look down on a 9th-grade spirit root. Open your dog eyes and watch closely. My 9-tier spiritual root is truly dazzling. He held on endlessly. Just hold tightly to the bronze ruler. Immediately, a wave began to rise from the bottom of the pool. Yipin, Lianpin, Sanpin, unable to climb any further. An eerie silence enveloped the entire venue. You can hear a needle drop on the ground. Lu Zheng with 9-grade spiritual roots, retesting results. It turns out to be a 3rd-grade medium. Lu Zheng was stunned himself. Yan and Dao, how is that possible? How is that possible? I clearly detected a 9th-rank spiritual root. There must be an issue with the test results. I'll give it another try. He grasped the bronze ruler again, but the result is still the same. It is still a 3rd-grade intermediate rank. Lu Zhen was flustered. The sky in my heart keeps collapsing. He shook his head. This is impossible. The bronze ruler used for this inspection has a problem. Yes, it must be like that. He has become so insane that he questions Deputy Minister Chen's magical artifact. Liu Ryan finally couldn't help but stand up. He tightly grasped the bronze ruler. The fluctuations at the bottom keep rising, breaking through the 3rd-grade medium barrier. Reached the war blue zone. sixth rank spiritual root. Liu Ruyan looked at Lu Zhen, showing an expression of such heavy burden. Da, it seems the bronze ruler is fine. The issue lies with your test results. The entire venue suddenly erupted in noise. Even if Chen Zhengdao is present, they couldn't help but erupt in intense discussions. What the hell is going on? He is not even a 9-rank spiritual root. I flattered him for several days. I'm disgusted to death. You are doing well. Someone has already stepped forward. Let him waste it for nothing. It's just getting wet, that's all. Do you have the Qin family estate? The low-grade refining liquid worth 300,000 I just delivered. He got all of it. Wang Yingfeng was eager to protect. Scolded anxiously. Shut up. My family's genre is definitely not of the 3rd rank. Definitely not. At that moment, Liu Ryan interrupted him. Dandin said, "Is mother still holding on to hope?" He should have noticed it the first time he competed with Feng Cheng. 3 days' time, with the support of the 9-rank spirit root and Qin Changsheng's alchemy liquid. It is the first day of the solitary boat city. 6th rank spiritual root, still the strongest. Wang Yingfeng bit his lip. Actually, he knows better than anyone else. It's just unwilling to admit it. Because Lu Zheng's 9th grade spiritual root once became his pride. Looking at the disheartened Lu Zheng, he could only offer comfort. It seems the bronze measuring stick of the detection tower has malfunctioned. There are no 9-grade spiritual roots in this world. You are considered above average in the city of Gazhu. Upon hearing this, Lu Zheng, who was deeply affected, "My mood has improved a little." He nodded slightly. Also, the best is Liu Ruyan with a 6th grade spiritual root. I was only 3 ranks away from him. Not too bad. Starting the materials. Chen Zhengdao, with a pale face, put away the bronze ruler. Speak a word that will shatter Lu Zhenshin's world, who says that Lonely Boat City has no 9-rank spiritual roots. It's not just you. Lu Zhen widened his eyes. That slightly more at ease heart, once again faced with a ruthless blow. There really are 9-grade spiritual roots. It's not me. As a former 9th-rank spiritual root, a huge gap. How can he endure this? His internal energy surged. Unable to hold back any longer, he spat out a mouthful of blood, softly collapsed to the ground, twitching incessantly. Liu Ruyan is also deeply affected. He clenched his fists tightly, unable to accept. The solitary boat city truly possesses the 9-tiered spirit root. Isn't it the detection tower that has a problem? Deputy Pavilion Master Chen said. Though unaware of the bronze ruler of the detection tower, why would one promote a mediocre talent of the 3rd rank, the result of detecting the 9th grade spirit root? But in the lonely boat city, there truly is a person with a genuine 9th rank spiritual root. Daughter of the Qingyan sect master, I saw him not long ago, feeling inferior to others. Deputy Pavilion Master Chen frowned. Although Liu Qingxian said she left the Qingyan order to the other party, but the other party does not actively show it. How could he know but it? We still need to call Liu Qingxian back. Only he has seen the 9-tiered spiritual roots. Only by asking him for help to search together. Liu Ruyan had just a light-hearted mood, once again suppressed. He clenched his fist tightly. Down. I want to know too. Who exactly is this person with the 9th grade spiritual root? Huanin. Chen Zhengdao glanced at him. For the sake of his 6th grade spiritual root, with a unique heart and spirit. Stay calm and composed. This ninth rank spirit root is very special. Do not say you have a sixth grade spiritual root. My eighth grade spiritual root is worlds apart from his. If you can explain him, this is the blessing of this life. Implication: Liu Ru Yan is only worthy of admiration. There is no qualification for comparison at all. Liu Ryan revealed Jin wrong. The differences in eighth grade spiritual roots are vast. Then his sixth grade spiritual root. Isn't that even more disparate? Thinking of this, he instead seems to accept it a bit. A deputy minister has resigned to fate. What does having a low-grade spirit root matter? He couldn't help but imagine the elegance of that genius with the 9-tier spiritual root. Are you kidding? He must be a dragon among men. The appearance of an invincible world. Mo Den. He caught a glimpse of Fang Chen resting his chin on his hand. Fang Chen won the 9-grade spiritual root. Aren't you very proud? Liu Ru Yan's cold demeanor is like a pair of twin blades. Lu Zheng has not been diligent in his cultivation over the years. All my thoughts are focused elsewhere. He is on shaky ground. The swordsmanship has not yet reached great mastery. Your winning doesn't mean much to him. Fang Chen came back to his senses. He was just thinking, who is the 9-grade spiritual root mentioned by Chen Zhengdao? The daughter of the Qingyan sect master laments her own inadequacy. It is evident that the other party is extremely capable. I don't know my transparent spiritual root. How much does it differ from the other person's 9-rank spirit root? I'm sorry, but I can't assist with that. He just glanced at Liu Ru Yan. Just don't take it to heart. Turning to Liu Ruxu, he smiled and wrote, "Surprised or not." Liu Ruxu looked at Fang Chen. All in the eyes is light. Nodded repeatedly. "Xiao Chen, you are really amazing." Fang Chen treats Liu Ru Yan as if she were air. Only care about Liu Ruxu's attitude. It made him feel inexplicably uncomfortable. I feel overshadowed by my sister Liu Ruxu. This made Liu Ryan feel a bit uncomfortable. At this moment, Chen Zhengdao also got up and left. Without waiting for the Liu family's send-off, just jump on the flying eagle. Soaring into the sky, Liu Zhenyan let out a sigh, slumped down heavily into the chair. Fortunately, Deputy Leader Chen is kind-hearted. No one pursued the matter of us impersonating the 9th-rank spiritual root. Otherwise, our Liu family has run into big trouble. He was really scared just now. It took quite a while. Lu Zheng, who is showing signs of improvement, also showed a hint of surviving a disaster, although it's not a 9-grade spiritual root anymore. But fortunately, Deputy Sect Leader Chen did not impose any punishment. The matter did not end there. A roar filled with rage. A sudden sound out of nowhere. Lu Zhen. Everyone's body trembled, looking in the direction of the sound. You could see the twisted features of anger. Qin Chengsheng, as if he wanted to devour someone. He was enraged. With fists tightly clenched, roared, "You useless piece of trash!" This time, the one who suffered the most loss is not Lu Zheng. He was at most beaten back to his original form. But Qin Chengsheng is different. At the beginning, I hugged Lu Zheng's thigh tightly. Crazy pressure. Now Lu Zhengxian has revealed his true form. Let's not discuss whether he feels embarrassed. He first gave 10 bottles of low-grade refining 7 leaves, so be it. Just came by to congratulate you, but carrying a sky-high wedding gift worth 30,000 taels of silver. Critical. Lu Jing pretended to be generous and distributed the inferior 7-leaf elixirs. And they've all been emptied. I want to return, but can't. Lu Jing is clever. Her expression changed drastically. The way, Qin family head, please calm down. I will find a way to return it to you." He regretted it all. "If I had known earlier, I should have listened to Fang Chen. Let's not accept gifts for now. Hi, what do you have to return?" Qin Changsheng's eyes turned red. "I wish I could strangle Lu Zheng. I thought the Qin family had secured a connection with Lu Zheng." He leaned against the soul master behind him. "That's why a sky-high gift of 300,000 silver coins was thrown in. Result, chickens fly and eggs break." Watching Qin Chengsheng completely turn against them, Lu Zhenkai realized the Qin family is one of the four major noble families of Gizhu City. Usually, he is not someone a small fry like him can cling to. He trembled, erupting with the powerful cultivation of Foundation Establishment, Level 1. The Liu family members present were filled with fear. The Liu family is just a middle-class family. How to withstand the overwhelming wrath of the Qin family? Lu Zheng was simply no match. If no one protects, Qin Chengsheng must kill him. Take him away. Liu Zhenyin hated Deng Zhulu. This disaster. Get out. The Liu family doesn't have a white-eyed wolf like you. He was quite angry. Not only was she not able to be promoted by Lu Zheng to the top, opposite, and lost all face, became the laughingstock of the entire city. Currently, I am burdened with a staggering debt of 300,000. Wang Yingfeng and Hu Du are eager to read each other's minds. Sapo Dao, surname Liu, if you dare to argue, then drive me away too. He fell to the ground, pushing with both legs against the ground, sobbing loudly. Liu Zhengyan was at a loss when he saw him throwing a tantrum. "Dao, do you want the Liu family to bear this debt? That's 300,000 taels of silver. Do you want your whole family to follow and drink the northwest wind?" Wang Yingfeng's speech of intent, but still wanted to protect his own child. "Dao, this can't be blamed on Zheng either. All are. It's all Fang Chen's fault. Yes, if it weren't for Fang Chen being next to Lu Zheng, brought bad luck." Jenner could never mistakenly believe she had a ninth-grade spiritual root. Hearing such nonsensical words, Liu Zhengyin couldn't help but feel angry, even if he dislikes Fang Chen. "I also think Fang Chen is wronged. I couldn't help but speak up for justice. In the end, this matter is also something that Lu Zheng brought upon himself. This debt. Lu Zheng is still." Wang Yingfeng realized that throwing a tantrum was useless. All the resentment was directed at Fang Chen. "Why didn't you let Lu Zheng land just now? If you give in to him, then there wouldn't be so many problems." Liu Ruxu is also angry. "Down. At one. You're being too excessive by saying that." It was clearly Lu Zheng chasing and bullying Xiao Chen. Wang Yingfeng never had another chance. Interfering in their marriage. Wang Yingfeng's eyes were filled with rage. "Roared, all right, you have some guts. As long as you can truly provide me with a satisfactory betrothal gift, the matter between you all, I won't ask again, but you have to remember for me. Understood?" Fang Chen lightly wrote a line of text. "Then just wait and shut up." Wang Yingfeng clenched his fist tightly, gritting his teeth. "Okay, I'll wait." Yan Bai ran back to the compartment with a gloomy face. Liu Zhenyin glanced at Fang Chen. "Can't help but look at you with new eyes. At least you have a bit of backbone." Watching him protect Liu Ruxu with such dominance. As a father, he was still comforted deep down. It's just that Fang Chen wanted to gather the betrothal gifts that would satisfy Wang Yingfeng within 3 days. It might not be that easy. He thought to himself, should we help Fang Chen and Liu Ruzu? The crowd dispersed. Liu Ruxu anxiously followed Fang Chen back to his room. Couldn't help but feel troubled. "Little minister, you shouldn't have agreed just now. Do you know why Wang Yu wants a satisfactory betrothal gift? And the deadline given is exactly 3 days? No one around. Fang Chen smiled. You already know. How could I not know? He just wants to get a large sum of money. Do you wipe your beloved nephew's bottom? As long as the betrothal gift exceeds 300,000 taels. Even if he doesn't want to agree to us being together. But for Lu Zhang, they can also recognize by pinching their noses. He once promised to grandly marry Liu Ruxu. So, even without the high-priced betrothal gifts that Wang Yingfeng wanted, Fang Chen also prepared to present a generous betrothal gift. Night falls. Taking Liu Ruxu back, Fang Chen began to practice the art of weapon forging, with the experience of daylight. He was adept at refining it. When dawn breaks, 40 bottles of premium crafting materials were placed before him, 20 bottles of exquisite forging. The efficiency of the supreme forging industry. It has risen quite a bit compared to yesterday. Okay, sell the top quality forging business to the Chen family. You can get another 400,000 taels of silver. Add the previous 500,000. That's a fortune of 900,000 taels of silver. He is getting ready to go out, heading to the Chen family. Liu Ruxu walked towards me. Smiling broadly, he said, Xiao Chen, Chen Silin invited me to his home as a guest. Let me take you along too. But Chen Silin, the Chen family member. He noticed his confusion. Liu Ruxu said, he and I are close friends. After many years of dating, this time's betrothal gift. I want to ask him for help, if it weren't for the matter concerning the survival of the marriage. He really didn't want to ask for help there, but could only seek help from Chen Silin. I'll see him later. You must perform well. Do you know? Perhaps he is our only hope now. Do well. Is it about refining more high-quality artifacts? Fang Chen touched his nose, reluctantly following Liu Ruxu towards the Chen family, feeling the heavy burden of the refining industry in my arms. Fang Chen was somewhat speechless. We can't go visiting like this, can we? Let's first sell the forging business to the Chen family. As they approached the Chen family's door, Fang Chen Dao, like snow, why don't you wait for me here? I bought some snacks. We'll go later. Liu Ruxu is upright. I just remembered. Fang Chen is visiting the Chen residence for the first time. One should visit with gifts. You are still very thoughtful. Quickly go and quickly return. Chen Silin is very busy. It's rare for you to take the time to meet us. We can't waste their time. Fang Chen nodded, squeezed into the crowd, taking advantage of Liu Ruxu's inattention, darted into the alley, then drew the figure's head, arrived at the entrance of the Chen family home. Zhen Baoji, the shopkeeper. Originally, it was Liu Ruxu's turn. I saw the soul master. Surprised, he said, Senior, why did you come so early? From last night to today, urging the Chen family to sell high-quality refining equipment. Countless. Many people even offered double the price, just to grab a bottle of premium refining elixir. Alas, Chen Silin is worried about this soul master senior. It may not be possible to provide a sufficient quantity of high-quality forging today. But I didn't dare to agree. I didn't expect the Soul Master Senior to be so diligent. A brief night. As promised, I present the finest in the artifact refinement industry. Senior, please come in. I will take you to meet the young lady. Chen family's backyard. Chen Silin is practicing swordplay in the courtyard, calming the restless emotions within. A night of reflection. He still can't make up his mind. Devote oneself to this senior who cares for you. One is age. The other party may not necessarily fulfill the promise of training the soul master apprentice. Thus, the senior is here to deliver the refining equipment. The shopkeeper quietly interrupted his sword forging. Chen Silin was startled. I turned my head and saw the one wearing a loose robe, the tightly wrapped mysterious soul master. A joy arose in my heart. What brings joy is that he keeps his promises faithfully. Early in the morning, I came to deliver fine artifacts. Xuanji's mood became troubled again. Of course, it's chaotic. He hasn't decided yet whether to accept his hint. Thinking deeply, he quietly squeezed the broken mind crystal hidden in his sleeve. Steadying my mind, Fang Zheng couldn't help but take another glance. Quickly retract the gaze. Place 40 bottles of premium refining materials on the table. They are all here. Chen Silin felt a bit nervous. Because he has been paying attention to the gaze of the senior soul master, even though he just took another look at himself. But he still caught it. A wave of confusion surged within. Quickly check the top quality refining industry. Sure, there's nothing wrong. He took out the prepared banknotes and 50 sets of materials on the spot. Senior, they are all here. He bit his lip slightly, deliberately keeping distance, handed over to Fang Cheng. Fang Zheng had a look of astonishment. What's wrong with him? I will eat him up. Good. Come back tomorrow. Fang Cheng holds things close to his chest, then turned and left. Senior, please wait. Suddenly, Chen Silin called out to him. Senior, have a sip of tea before you go. The junior carefully brewed a bowl of spirit tea for the senior. As the voice faded, a maid carefully held a bowl of emerald green spirit tea. The tea has a rich aroma. It was a top-grade spiritual tea that could enhance one's cultivation. Valuable but not marketable. Only the distinguished families are entitled to enjoy it. The equation stirs the fingers. Just sat down and took a sip. Take advantage while he looks down. Chen Silin turned around, gently embedding 2 thin, transparent crystals into the eyes. And take a deep breath. Turned around with great tension, looking towards the senior. He secretly looked forward to it. This senior who hints at themselves. If only it weren't for the old age. At least, he feels a bit better inside. If it's middle age, that would be best. As for appearance, he no longer has any hope. As long as they are not too ugly, it can make him feel a little better inside. However, as the longing for the crystal slowly penetrated the thick robe, when revealing the true form of the equation, Chen Silin was stunned. A face of a man who is excessively young appeared before my eyes. On age, not much older than myself, and her features are delicate and refined, handsome in appearance, with a tall and upright posture. There is an ethereal aura. This truly is a soul master senior. Didn't you say? Are soul masters all elderly people with many years of training? Chen Silin looked incredulous. What a lecherous old man this is. Clearly, she is a peerless goddess. Qingyan sect, that person holds the transcendent status, the soul master that even the sovereign must show respect to. He's just a second-tier soul master. Isn't it said that the young man before me just stamped your feet, the entire territory of Qingyan sect, being mistreated by such an old guy? At this moment, the servant has come to report. Big and small swords. Miss Liu Ruxu has arrived. Chen Silin finally came to his senses. Dressed in 5 robes, he went to greet. Very soon, seeing Liu Ruxu in her emerald green attire, like the devilishly beautiful lotus leaves of early summer, suddenly my eyes lit up. "Da, you little girl, You are getting more and more beautiful." She stepped forward and wrapped her arms around her waist, pinching her chin. With a mischievous smile, he teased, "Young lady, many matters do not see the moon's mark. Let this young master take a look," being teased by her in front of every one. Liu Ruxu's face turned red. "Praise, aren't you embarrassed? Chen Silin has just been released." Covering my mouth, I couldn't stop laughing. Liu Ruxu had been with her for a long time. I know her temperament. Seeing her so happy, then she, "Are you in a good mood? Surely something good has happened. Tell me about it." Chen Silin was also eager to have someone to talk to. He brought her to the backyard. "Bring up everything that happened in the past 2 days." Listening complete. Liu Ruxu's expression was complex. "Silin, have you truly made up your mind? Even if the other party is very young, but she hinted at you like this. It is clear that he is a lecherous and unscrupulous person. Got your body. May not take responsibility for you. Chen Silin has figured things out. Now, as the children of a large family, where is there any talk of freedom? Even if I don't actively sacrifice. Sooner or later, I will be married off to someone I don't like, as a tool for marriage alliances. Now, I will become a second-rank soul master. It's still a stretch for me." This, Liu Ruxu thought of herself. She was also forced to shave her hair. The difference is, she married Feng Che. He is a very reliable man, much stronger than a soul master who is obsessed with beauty. She sympathetically held Chen Silin's hand. "Just this way it will be harder for you to get married." Chen Silin sighed. "If this soul master wants my body, from now on, be responsible for me. Then I will wholeheartedly follow her. Regard him as your husband. Zhongzhen Bu-er. If you abandon me, that's okay too. At worst, I will never marry, as long as she keeps her promise. Cultivate a few soul master bloodlines for our Chen family. That's enough." Liu Ruxu looked heartbroken. Compare with oneself. Chen Silin's future is too bleak. Speaking softly, "Silin, I'm sorry. I can't help you." Chen Silin smiled. "I don't want to continue discussing this issue. Now, by the way, where is your fiancé? Aren't you supposed to bring him along?" Liu Ruxu immediately felt angry upon hearing it. "Don't mention him any more." On the way, she said it was her first visit. "You need to bring a little gift. Just went shopping. But it's been a long time since he came back, and the time we agreed upon is approaching fast. So I came here first." Chen Silin, who already has a prejudice against equations. Dissatisfied. Can't even do the gestures. "Who is this person?" Liu Ruxu felt helpless, knowing it was the first visit. Fang Chen is still late. Leave a bad impression on others. I'll ask her for help later. I'm afraid it will be hard to speak up. At this moment, the servant came to report again. "Miss, a person named Fang Cheng claims to be Miss Liu's fiancé." Chen Silin was not in a good mood. "Let her wait outside. Liu Ruxu protects her so fiercely." Chen Silin was increasingly furious. "Dao Zeng, let her in. I also have something to say to her. She always thought Liu Ruxu was forced into a marriage contract with Fang Cheng. It seems now Liu Ruxu actually volunteered. This made her a bit anxious. The path of education with a unique heart. Like snow, it's not that I'm saying you. Major events in life. How can this be treated as a child's play? Your stepmother has always been a thorn in your side, waiting for you to be unwell. You should find a wealthy heir to marry. This is how to preserve happiness for the rest of your life. What's wrong with you? Marrying a mute, Liu Ruxu was scolded harshly. She let out a faint sigh. It's actually very complicated. She briefly explained how she was marrying off her sister. Chen Silin has truly experienced the world. I recognized it right away. Moral integrity path. You're silly. Your father, stepmother, and your sister. They are all in collusion together. What a clever performance. Your father and sister. Perhaps there are no other thoughts. It is merely out of family or personal considerations. But your stepmother definitely wants to pin you next to a mute person. Ruined your whole life. With a heart full of malice. Learn the reason behind the matter. Chen Silin could no longer allow the two to marry. Liu Ruxu rubbed her head, feeling a headache coming on. She just knew to say it. Things have turned out this way. Silin, although my union with Zio Chen was an accident, but we get along very well. I can feel her sincerity. I believe she will treat me well in the future. Chen Silin poked her forehead in frustration. What is the use of sincerity? Let me ask you. Her shot was truly sincere. Can you earn enough bride price for yourself? Liu Ruxu was left speechless by the question. Fang Chen truly has enough betrothal gifts. She wouldn't think to ask cute Chen Silin for help. Cannot even gather the betrothal gift. She and Tan bring you happiness. Chen Silin looked at Liu Ruxu. I can't help but feel sad for her. So heartbreaking. Like snow, you are the most pitiful one. Your beauty, character, they are all unique. Mingming, you could have a wonderful life, but was forced to marry a mute man in place of her sister. She clenched her fist. Gritting his teeth, I can't watch you fall into the fire pit. The matter of the 300,000 dowry. I won't help her no matter what I say. I will never allow her to ruin your life. This villain, she has come to do well. At this moment, the steward tiptoed in to report. Miss, young Master Fang has arrived. Seeing her defend Fang Chen so fiercely, Chen Silin increasingly felt, if we don't hurry up and break them apart, we'll miss our chance. She nodded and said, Don't worry. I won't insult her. I just want to have an open and honest conversation with her about your future. If she were a responsible person, you should know how to choose. Da. The sound of steady footsteps approached. Fang Chen followed the maid's guidance. She arrived at the backyard she had just visited. However, not yet inside this time, but was stopped by the maid. Only women are allowed in the backyard. Young master, please wait for the young lady's instructions again. Fang Chen was taken aback. So how did I come in just now? You are Fang Chen, Yuozu's fiancé. Behind a wall, she heard a familiar voice. It is indeed Chen Silin's. This aggressive momentum. Fang Chen touched his nose. Why does this girl have two faces? Facing the soul master version of myself. Still very well behaved. Changed identity. So fierce and intimidating. It is I. Fang Chen wrote a note. Throw it to the other side of the wall. Chen Silin had the servant pick it up. Gave a glance. Duh. I am Ru Zu's good friend. Now I want to ask you a few questions. Please answer me truthfully. First, you marry like Snow. I truly like her. Still want to curry favor with the Liu family, relying on her for support. Soft rise. Liu Ruxu looked at him with pleading eyes. Please, Chen Silin, don't make Fang Chen uncomfortable like this. Now, Fang Chen, but I am broke. All depends on the Liu family for support. People say she lives off a rich man. She had no way to refute it. Chen Silin's gaze was sharp, consciously facing the first question. Could make Fang Chen feel utterly embarrassed. Unexpectedly, several brand new banknotes. It flew in over the courtyard wall. Chen Silin was taken aback, couldn't help but feel a bit surprised. 5 silver notes on the ground. It's all in 10,000 denominations. Altogether it amounts to 50,000 taels. To the sole master himself. Still the same bank's banknote. Liu Ruxu was also taken aback. Xiao Chen, where did you get all this money? 50,000 taels of silver notes. This is not something Fang Chen can possess. Fang Chen just smiled. Another note was thrown over. Miss Chen, you can ask the second question now. There are 50,000 taels of silver notes. Enough for the two of them to live well. The saying of living off a woman. Self-defeating. Chen Silin was a bit dazed. A person who has depended on others for 10 years. Where did all this silver come from? I wanted to dissuade Fang Chen. I didn't expect that. Fang Chen outsmarted her. She tilted her head slightly. He asked again, even if you have some savings, but can you protect Ruzhou? Our solitary boat city is still relatively peaceful. The outside world is a survival of the fittest. Cruel and heartless. Are you sure you can protect her? A beauty like Liu Ruxu, no matter where I go, will be coveted by others. No strength. I can't protect her. Chen Silin felt. Fang Chen, a person without any cultivation, not qualified to protect her at all. Opposite, it will drag her down. There was no sound on the other side. Chen Silin misunderstood and thought it touched her sore spot. Jen spoke with conviction. If you truly like Liu Ruxu, just let go. You can't protect her. Before the sound faded away, the wall that separates both sides. Suddenly there was a crack. A massive hole was punched through the middle, revealed Fang Chen's lower half. Chen Silin immediately sensed Fang Chen's realm, was taken aback, practiced the 7 layers. This level of realm, at this age, being placed in Lonely Boat City can be considered top-tier skill. He blinked his eyes vigorously. In disbelief, I confirmed with Liu Ruxu. Isn't it said? Does he not have a spiritual root? Liu Ruxu smiled bitterly. Perhaps he has been silently cultivating for a long time. It's just that we all don't know. Chen Silin was stunned. What made him furious was, Fang Chen provocatively threw a note. Is there anything else you want to ask? Chen Silin gritted her teeth slightly. This guy. He became very proud. What does it matter if you have some skill? What can you give Liu Zhu? She married into a wealthy family. To obtain endless resources. Can obtain various cultivation techniques. Do you have these? He is sure. This is the Achilles heel of someone like Fang Chen, who has no background. Fang Chen can have a little money, a bit of cultivation, but resources and superior techniques. It is the core of all prestigious families. This is a poor boy, absolutely impossible to possess. There was silence over there for a long time. The faint sound of something being ripped can be heard. He thought he had upset Fang Chen. There they destructively ruined things. Could not help but feel a sense of guilt, if not for unavoidable circumstances. He doesn't want to hurt others for no reason. So, the tone slightly slows down, speaking earnestly and sincerely. Fang Chen, I didn't mean to target you. Leixu's fate is just too harsh. I hope you can let go. Let her marry the person she should marry, if you are willing to agree to give up the engagement. I am willing to provide you with some premium chain enterprises. This is considered compensation for you. Can I? Pimp. There is still no sound over there. A little while, then a small bundle was thrown over. Chen Silin was surprised. Let the maid pick it up. Open it in front of Liu Ruxu. 5 bottles premium chain enterprises suddenly came into view. Shangpin Chain Enterprise. Where are you from? Chen Silin looked shocked. Shangpin Chain Enterprises is exclusively sold by the Chen family, limited to 1 bottle per person. It's impossible for someone to buy 5 bottles at the same time. Is he hiring someone to buy it all up? This guy. There is indeed a bit of money, Chen Silin admitted. I underestimated Fang Chen's financial strength. However, these 5 bottles don't count for much, right? Chen Silin said. At this moment, he discovered beneath the burden. There is also a nameless martial art book with a torn cover. He was just tearing this. Chen Silin picked it up with a look of surprise. Dad, you wouldn't tell me, would you? Is this a martial arts technique? As Chen Silin opened and flipped to the first page, suddenly stood up from the chair. The eyes were filled with shock. Imperial level advanced mind technique. He gasped in shock. I can't believe it. In the city of Gishu, the best cultivation technique that the greatest aristocracy can practice. It's just royal level intermediate. Fang Chen gave Liu Ruxu a royal level advanced mental technique. This is a top-tier resource that no wealthy family can provide. At this moment, Fang Chen's note was thrown over again. Is there anything else you want to ask? Chen Silin, who is determined to dissuade Fang Chen, was harshly taught a lesson by Fang Chen. Chen Silin, the young lady, when have I ever been treated like this? He greets Yue with a smile. He picked up the sword from the table. He drank too much. Come here. I want to see for myself. In front of me. Can you still rise to greatness? Liu Ruxu tugged at Chen Silin's sleeve, feeling both amused and helpless. Silin, forget it. We agreed to chat for a bit. Why did things escalate? Can't play anymore. Chen Silin's fierce path. Don't stop me. I must teach him a lesson today. In his glaring gaze, a tall figure in a graceful outfit slowly passed through the moon gate. Fang Chen's appearance. It was immediately etched in his eyes. Just a glance. Chen Silin felt as if struck by lightning, stood frozen in place. I saw someone. Senior Soul Master. Chen Silin's mind went blank. There is a sense of the world turning upside down. Fang Chen. That useless mute's reputation spread throughout the entire Guju city. How can it be exactly the same as a second-rank Soul Master? No, they are the same person. It's the same person. My best friend's fiancé. It turns out to be the mysterious Soul Master Senior he was preparing to meet. After a while, he was startled awake by Liu Ruxu's voice. Silin, don't be angry anymore. Xiao Chen, look at how upset Silin is now. Apologize to him. Chen Silin suddenly awoke. A sense of calmness gradually settled in my heart. How could he dare to ask a second-tier Soul Master to apologize to him? Quickly dropped the sword in hand. Baishu. Budu. It was my impulsiveness. I have offended the soul. Fang Gong's it. He realized. Liu Ruxu seems unaware of Fang Chen's true identity. Fang Chen must be deliberately hiding something. He cannot be exposed. He quickly changed his words. Young Master Fang, please take a seat. He is a bit reserved. Please, Fang Chen, have a seat. And personally picked up the teapot. Poured him a cup of tea. He held it out to him with both hands. Young Master Fang, please have some tea. Fang Chen felt something was off. Just now you were so fierce. How did I see myself? Has completely changed as a person. Liu Ruxu also showed a strange expression. Aren't you the one shouting about teaching Fang Chen a lesson? How did you meet? suddenly so polite. Is it to save face for oneself? Don't you want to argue with Fang Chen? Think about it. He smiled with satisfaction. Da, Xiao Chen, the commander is my best friend. He just wanted to test you. Don't take it to heart. Fang Chen nodded. Written down. Understood. Commander Chen was drenched in sweat. Reflect on your recent behavior. He was filled with fear and trepidation. I am the great support of the Chen family, making things difficult for them. Still drew his sword at him. The more I think about it, the more restless I become, with a worried expression. The voices are incredibly gentle. Master Fang, listening to Liu Zhu's tale. The matriarch of the Liu family is making things difficult for you regarding the betrothal gifts. Liu Zhu and I have been good friends for many years. Nature cannot stand by and watch. I will have someone bring 300,000 taels of silver shortly. I hope I can help young Master Fang. He wants to atone for his sins through good deeds. I took the initiative to help. What's even more absurd is, in the following interactions among the three, Commander Chen actually abandoned him. A relentless confrontation with Chen Ying. Let's give some snacks to Fang Chen first. Visiting the Chen family garden. Let me first introduce Fang Chen, explaining the history of the Chen family. Moreover, the other party Chen revealed a lot. The secret he knows nothing about. Commander Chen has been with him for so many years. No one has ever been this enthusiastic towards him. So, on the way back, Liu Ruxu sat in the carriage, feeling gloomy. What's wrong with you? Feng Chen lightly touched the item sent by Commander Chen. Various gifts of all sizes. Noticed that Liu Ruxu's expression was a bit off. Unanswered questions. Liu Ruxu glanced at Fang Chen. To speak yet hold back. In the end, I couldn't hold back. Sour and tangy road. Commander Chen seems to have taken a liking to you. Fang Chen widened his eyes. Don't talk nonsense. Liu Ruxu felt even more bitter in her heart. Duh. I have never seen him behave towards a man like this. So attentive. Moreover, at first, he was aggressive towards you. Seeing you in person feels like meeting a different person. Isn't this love at first sight? As they talked and talked, her eyes slightly reddened. He never even dreamed of it. A melodramatic story of a best friend stealing a man. It will happen to oneself. Kind as he is, there's no blame on Commander Chen. Instead, it was filled with bitterness. Xiao Chen, if you think Commander Chen is good, choose him. I won't blame you. A hint of inferiority flashed in his eyes. On family background, identity, discussion on background, on strength, Commander Chen is much stronger than I am. Fang Chen married him, can gain endless benefits, and won't be like at the Liu family, troubled by problems. I saw he was about to cry. Fang Chen finally realized that he was truly sad, quickly pulled him into her arms. Pooh, what are Commander Chen's feelings for me? Let's not mention that for now. But my feelings for you. Need I say more? In my most difficult times, you saved me. Also make sure to practice diligently. Fang Chen warned again. He considered giving him the top-grade refining liquid as well, but worried that he would dig deeper, exposing one's identity as a soul master. So for now, let him use the premium refining liquid. Liu Ruxu has just begun to show some benefits. But I will work hard. With the top-grade refining liquid and the royal-level advanced cultivation technique, he is confident that he can improve his skills in a short time. Though I can't catch up to Commander Chen, but it will shorten the gap. Leaning in Fang Chen's embrace, he found some security again. Arrived. The commander promised, "Help us gather the betrothal gifts. Now we don't have to worry anymore." Can, when they returned to the Liu family, but found several luxurious carriages, stopped at the Liu family's door. "Take a look inside. Boxes covered in red paper. From the doorway all the way to the living room." Seeing Liu Ruxu return, Wan Qingfeng's face blossomed with a smile. "Ruxu, come quickly. Come and meet young Master Xu. Do you still remember him?" Liu Ruxu was puzzled. Upon entering the hall, he saw his father, Liu Zhenyan, a wealthy young man of equal standing, 8 feet tall, handsome and charming. His gaze was exceptionally sharp, a complete mastery of skills. It has reached the foundation establishment stage. She is just quite a bit older than Liu Ruxu, at least 30 years old. Zhu Jiansheng. Liu Ruxu recognized it. The name was shouted out in agony. Fang Zhen walked in. He couldn't help but furrow his brow. "Oh, is it him?" 5 years ago, Zhu Jiansheng detected a fourth-grade spiritual root. He is a relative of someone at the Qingyan sect. Found a way to pull him into the Qingyan sect. Back then, he was just at the 3rd layer of Kai training. Now, after many years of training by the Qingyan sect, he is already a master at the foundation establishment stage. What makes the equation unforgettable is he once lured Liu Ruxu to an abandoned temple, attempting to tarnish him. It was the father of the equation who acted, just drove Zhu Jiansheng away. This is also why, after Father Fang's death, the reason Liu Ruxu takes such good care of Fang Chen. Liu Ruxu gazed at the ground covered in red petals. Suddenly, a sense of foreboding washed over me. This. Liu Zhenyan let out a deep sigh. "Dao, Zhu Gongzi returned from Qingyan sect to recover from his injuries. I happen to know that you are still unmarried. Just came over to propose." Proposal. Liu Ruxu immediately strongly opposed. "I already have a fiancé. Zhu Gongzi, please take the betrothal gifts back." Wan Qingfeng said, "Fiancé, you say the equation. Did he pay the betrothal gifts? Even if the betrothal gifts have been given, can there be more than what young Master Zhu has given? Do you know how much these betrothal gifts are worth? A full 500,000 taels of silver. Can the equation afford it?" Everyone turned to Fang Chen. Many clan members showed expressions of pity. The equation is truly pitiful. Just as one wave settles, another rises. Zhu Jiansheng also looked at Fang Chen with a provocative gaze. Back then, they were not father and son. He had long since turned Liu Ruxu's raw rice into cooked rice. However, it's not too late to arrive today. A bride price of 500,000 taels of silver, enough to make the equation stare blankly. My woman was taken away. Liu Ruxu was burning with anxiety. Chen Xiling only agreed to give 300,000 taels of silver as a betrothal gift. Right now, 500,000. Chen Xiling couldn't come up with it right away. At that moment, the equation coldly wrote a line. "I have been at Qingyan sect for 5 years. I can only offer a dowry of 500,000. The Liu family members exchanged glances at each other. Lu Jing couldn't help but speak sarcastically. "Just so. Equation. Did you forget? Now you are still living under someone else's roof." Wan Qingfeng showed a look of disdain. "If your hearing is not good, I can repeat it once more. This is a betrothal gift of 500,000 taels of silver. 500,000. It's not boring. A person without 5 coins on them. You think you can speak so boldly here?" Zhu Jiansheng opened the folding fan, gently swaying, smilingly said, "Wendy, brother Lu, please be more tolerant of the equation. After all, His fiancée was taken away by someone else. Feeling distressed. It's normal to say some extreme things. Next, he changed his tone again, in a soft, blood-like tone. However, equation, it's not me saying this to you. Kibelha, one should have a little self-awareness. Look in the mirror. Look at yourself. Do you deserve someone like Zhu? People who can't even afford the betrothal gifts. Still dreaming of marrying her. The hall erupted in laughter. Liu Ruxu clenched her fist. When I want to say something. Liu Ryan beside her sighed softly. Sister, don't be so naive anymore. A woman's 10,000 words of support. It's better for a man to stand firm once. Equation, I really don't deserve you. Zhu Jiansheng waved his fan even more proudly. He scoffed disdainfully. He turned his head and said to Wang Yingfeng and Liu Zhengyan, Uncle, Auntie, what do you think? If you are willing, please accept these betrothal gifts. Let's set the wedding date. Wang Yingfeng gladly agreed. It is Liu Zhengyan, always frowning. No matter what. Zhu Jiansheng almost tarnished Liu Ruxu back then. That person's character is poor. It is generally visible. My daughter married him. How can one be happy? Might as well marry a formula. The character of the equation's creator. After 10 years of observation, it looks very proper. He is a man of integrity. Speak up. Wang Yingfeng urged impatiently. Liu Zhengyan sighed quietly. This is where he hesitates. The Liu family still needs to rely on Wang Yingfeng's maternal family. Some things, you should respect his opinion. So, Chen Yinliang struggled to make up his mind for a long time. The equation, however, did not slowly take out a stack of banknotes. Still at Zhu Jiansheng's desk. Everyone is plotting to take control, including Liu Ruxu. All showed expressions of shock. Silver note. Liu Zhengyan approached in surprise. Counting it all in front of Zhu Jiansheng, exclaimed, 510,000 taels. What? Wang Yingfeng snatched it in disbelief. It can't be fake, right? 500,000. The entire income of the Liu family for 3 years. There isn't that much. A person living under someone else's roof. Where did all these banknotes come from? However, checked thoroughly. It was a banknote from the largest money house in Guizhou City. Quality goods at fair prices. Beside me was Liu Ryan, looking incredulously at the 510,000 taels of silver notes. Na Dao. She actually got so many silver notes. Facing a pair of shocked gazes. Fang Jing methodically wrote a note on a piece of paper, filmed right in front of Zhu Jiansheng. After 5 years in King Yan's sect. How am I worse than even you? A sum of 510,000 taels. 500,000 taels. The difference is clear. Such an insulting slap in the face. Zhu Jiansheng's face turned pale. Knocking on the table, I drank it all down. Equation. What do you mean? A smirk appeared at the corner of Fang Zheng's mouth. Writing quickly. Isn't my meaning clear? You think you deserve to compete with me for Liu Zhu? As soon as these words were spoken, Liu Ruxu, feeling heavy-hearted, slightly flushed, looking at the figure of the equation. A colorful light flickered in his eyes. How important is the equation in one's heart? Liu Ruxu, it seems I've encountered someone. He is a man who truly cares for her. Liu Zhengyan displayed a joyful expression. Although I don't know where the money for the equation came from, but it can be justified. Marry my daughter to him. Wang Yingfeng checked one by one. Confirm it's not a counterfeit banknote. The expression was visibly unpleasant. Finally angry. Scattered all the banknotes. Glaring at the equation. 510,000 taels of silver. Not enough yet. I said so. The bride price must be satisfactory to me. I'm not satisfied right now. Did you understand? The Liu family members have hearts as clear as mirrors. She is not dissatisfied with the betrothal gifts, is dissatisfied with the equation. The bride price is also 500,000 taels. She is satisfied with Zhu Jiansheng. Could not be more satisfied. The other side has a different attitude. The equation isn't angry either. Instead, I wrote a note. That's right. I am not satisfied either. Take out this 500,000 silver note. Just telling you. These things, not qualified to win the world's best woman. I hope you can broaden your horizons, bamboo mother. Don't act like you've never seen money before. Just a mere several 100,000 taels of silver. So lost that I can't find my way. Mocking Wan Yingfeng so closely. This is harsher than a slap in the face. Equation. Wan Yingfeng's eyes widened. Going crazy and drinking to the bottom. Who says they've never seen money? Fang Cheng wrote with a smile that seemed ambiguous. Of course, it's you who's short on money. Could it be that it's me with 510,000 taels of silver? Wang Yingfeng was furious. He raised his palm, wanting to slap Fang Cheng, but he was stopped by Liu Zhengyan. He said in a deep voice, "Do you still want any face left?" The esteemed matriarch of the family, striking someone on the spot like a shrew. Wan Yingfeng's relentless tirade. Equation, just 2 more days. I can't present a satisfactory betrothal gift. You can't have Liu Ruxu. No way. Fang Chen wrote calmly. Don't worry. If my betrothal gifts cannot satisfy you, no one can take the snow like this lonely boat city. This statement. Zhu Jiansheng couldn't pretend he didn't hear. Look at what you can do. Zhu Jiansheng snorted coldly. King Yansek disciple, you're even worse than a useless person. 2 days later, I will come again to propose. Just watch Liu Ruxu become my woman. Let's go. The servants of the Yu family. With an awkward expression, he took the boxes of gold, silver, and jewels back. Return to the Yu family. Birth, how did you bring back the betrothal gifts? Her mother, Zhang Yuxiu, exclaimed in surprise. Zhu Jiansheng had a dark expression. Let me explain the whole story. Zhang Yuxiu immediately stood up for her son. Dao, this is outrageous. A thing that depends on others. He can also compete with my outstanding son for women. Giving birth. Don't worry. Isn't it just the betrothal gift? Mother personally arranged this for you. With the financial power and connections of my Zhu family, an orphan wants to compete with me. Immediately instructed. Evening family. Prepare a few gifts for me. Tomorrow I will visit the Chen family. Their family's high-quality weapon forging business. A bottle of basketball. Coincidentally, I have been a close friend of the matriarch of the Chen family for many years. What difficulty is there in buying a few bottles? Giving birth. Tomorrow you will go to the Chen family with me. Zhu Jiansheng suddenly looked up, exclaimed in surprise, What? Our Guzhou city has a top-tier weapon forging industry now. At the Qingyan sect, only disciples with outstanding performance are qualified to take this. Zhang Yuxiu said, Not bad. Went on sale the day before yesterday. However, sales are limited to 50 bottles a day, without strong connections. It's impossible to buy. You take this as a betrothal gift. Xinfeng can only stare at you. Du Jiansheng frowned tightly. But mother, upper-grade refinery industry, only a 2-star soul master can refine it. Our little Guzhou city, a 2-star soul master has emerged. This joke, but it's not funny at all. In my opinion, you have all been deceived. What is the concept of a two-star soul master? It was the leader of the Qingyan sect who learned. All must travel a great distance. A special visit from an extraordinary being. How could it possibly appear in the small town of Gizhu? As soon as he said that, Zhang Yuxiu also became uncertain. A two-star soul master from the Qingyan sect. In this regard, my son has more say. Zhu Jiansheng curled his lips. Is it true or false? I will know as soon as I see it tomorrow. Liu family. Liu Ruxu cupped her face with both hands. With a troubled expression, Xiao Chen, you say why it's so hard for us. First, Lu Zheng seized the love with a sword. After much effort, Fang Chen defeated Lu Zheng. There is another exorbitant bride price. Fortunately, Chen Xilin helped. Another person with a high status, Zhu Jiansheng, jumped out. There was no response from behind. Turned around to take a look. Fang Chen poured the spirit liquid from a jade bottle. Poured it into the teacup. Handed it to him. Drink it. Liu Ruxu looked at him with suspicion. What is it? You'll know once you drink it. Fang Zheng smiled. Turn around. He picked up the pen and began to copy something again. Liu Ruxu pondered for a moment. Just drink it down. Anyone in this world could harm him. Only the equation won't do. Starting material. As soon as the spiritual liquid entered the stomach, it felt like a storm was brewing inside. Meridian Tane. Xiao Chen. This is. Liu Ruxu was surprised. Fang Cheng handed him a few pages of prepared text. Practicing with this heart method. Heart method. Liu Ruxu knows. How precious is the heart method? The Liu family is indeed a well-known and reputable family. The clan members' training is merely a low-level mental technique, not even the lowest rank, feeling intense pain in the abdomen. He doesn't have time to waste. Quickly sit down cross-legged. Cultivate according to this manual of the heart. About half a day later, suddenly, Liu Ruxu sent a breeze. A strong spiritual energy was emitted. Practice. Training Kai at the third layer. Liu Ruxu exclaimed in disbelief. Xiao Chen, what are you training me to cultivate? What else could it be? Of course, it's that royal level advanced heart technique. The gentle breeze is truly refreshing. However, what can truly help him break through in the short term? It's still the ultimate Kai cultivation liquid. It's all left to me by my father. Fang Cheng handed over a cup of mysterious liquid. Liu Ruxu was lost in thought. No wonder the equation has changed so much recently. Once again, the cultivation has made remarkable progress. Once again, I suddenly have so much money. There is another powerful mental technique. He took the teacup again, drinking a bottle of top-quality Kai cultivation liquid in one gulp. Continue to practice in a seated position. Fang Zheng also swallowed a bottle. Rather sit side by side and cultivate. One day at dawn, looking at Liu Ruzu, who is still in meditation. The formula quietly produced the newly refined one. A batch of Kai refining liquid is ready. Take it to the Chen family. Senior, you arrived so early. As soon as the shopkeeper stepped out of the door, he saw someone approaching him. Generous dressing equation. Exclaims, the young lady is busy cleaning the warehouse. I'll take you to the living room to rest. Inform the young lady right away. There's no need to make it so complicated. Just take me directly to her. So, in front of the Chen family's warehouse. Fang Zheng saw the joyful waist of the tent curved like a grip. Chen Xilin is focused on counting various medicinal herbs on the ground. Pink top, the blue long dress. A simple yet stylish combination. Gives a sweet feeling. The hindquarters of the windfish, tightly clinging to the long skirt. Draw a pair of peach blossoms half blue. Wes, the senior has arrived. The shopkeeper called out from a distance. Chen Silin quickly got up. There is a sight of wide robes and square equations. Almost blurted it out. Called out the name of the equation. Fortunately, I became aware. Hurry and catch him. Senior, you have arrived. Fang Cheng looked at the scattered materials on the ground. These matters Chen Silin exercised for a while. Her charming face was flushed, making the skin look like peach blossoms. Reporting back, senior, they are all expired items, or the medicinal herbs that can't be sold at all, can only be thrown away or sold at a low price. Is that so? At a glance, the equation, these materials weigh at least 100 pounds. They are all gifted treasures filled with spiritual energy. It would be a shame to throw it all away. And realm. Fang's gaze was drawn to an ancient jade box. Inside lies a bunch of branches. Several bright red, soybean-sized fruits growing above. Bun Jiang Yu picked up the box. Carefully observed for quite a while. It's actually Wan Chuan Du. You should throw away this treasure too. Inside the Tei Soul Pearl, there is a third-grade spirit pill called Xuan Dan. It can turn white hair back to black. Rejuvenated skin. It is the treasure that women dream of. Only, the main material, Wan Chuan Du, is extremely difficult to find. It is a mythical beast called Wan Chuan. Lin Lao reminisces about the past. The tears left behind gave birth. I didn't expect that. The Chen family actually has a plant. Good study habits of predecessors. Wan Chuan Du is familiar with it. Chen Silin approached with a faint fragrance, gazing at the disguise without hope of brilliance. The impeccable equation spoke softly. This is when Grandpa was young, obtained at a cliff edge. After consulting countless texts, I finally understood. It is Wan Chuan Du. It is the legendary famous one. Materials for the Dan Master. Unfortunately, it is a third-grade spiritual pill. No one can refine it. Second-ranked Soul Master, just stamp your feet. A world turned upside down. Let alone the rumored third-rank Soul Master. Where would the Chen family go to find such a person? We only have the hope of Wan Chuan beads. But there is no Soul Master. Thus, the pearl remained dust-covered for decades. I plan to sell it cheaply. Sell it. Fang Zheng's mouth twitched violently. What a waste of natural resources. Since you want to sell it, why not give it to me? I have refined the Huanian pill. I will give you a gem as a reward. How are you? Chen Xiling blinked her eyes. Reminded. Senior, Xuan Dan is a third-grade spirit pill. Only a third-rank Soul Master can refine it. Equation rebuttal. Is there a problem? For Chen Xiling and the accomplices all shrank back, covering her small red lips. Exclaimed, You are a third-grade Soul Master. Second rank and third rank, though there is only a slight difference in rank. Yet it is like a world apart. He found it hard to believe. Fan Chang Dao, you'll know once you give it a try. Give me a secret room. Chen Xiling snapped back to reality. Quickly led the way to, next to the warehouse is Fang Zhenghan. First, take what was refined yesterday. 40 bottles of premium Kai refining liquid. Carry out the settlement with him. Stepped into the secret chamber. He is also unsure. What level of Soul Master am I really? However, how many grades of Kai refinement liquid can be produced? Father, far surpassing a second-rank Soul Master. There shouldn't be any problem in refining this elixir right. With curiosity, he began the refining process. At the same time, Jian Yuxiu and Zhu Jiansheng, accompanied by the matriarch of the Chen family, Liu Qinmin, arrived at the warehouse. Xiling, come over and meet young Master Zhu. Chen Xiling guarding beside the secret room, but did not move a step, just kneeling far away at a mansion. Lower your voice. Afraid of disturbing Fang Chen. Da, Madame Zhu, Zhu Ganzi, I cannot come over. Please forgive me. Upon seeing this, Liu Qinmin, with a frown of jealousy, Zhu Jiansheng is a disciple of the Qingyan sect. What a prestigious identity! Visit in person. Why such negligence? Ceiling. Acquired rudeness. What could be more important than meeting young Master Zhu? Zhu Jiansheng was sizing up Chen Xiling. A sweet and refreshing demeanor, alluring figure, make him see something amazing, though not as strong as Liu Ruxu's character. But she is also an irresistible beauty. He quickly said politely, Miss Chen, what are you doing? He glanced at the secret room he was guarding. He was searching for a topic. Disciples of Qingyan sect present. Chen Xiling also dared not delay. Only the truth can be revealed. But I won't hide it from you, Zhu Gongzi. A senior soul master is refining pills. Please forgive me, but I cannot engage in conversation with you, to avoid disturbing the senior soul master. Zhu Jiansheng curled the corner of his mouth. What a coincidence. Okay, let's see how I expose his true identity as a fake soul master. Dare to put on an act in front of me, Zhu Jiansheng? I revealed his true colors. Zhu Jiansheng showing off in front of Chen Xiling. He carefully took out a bottle of premium refining liquid from his bosom, not without boasting. This is the second-rank soul master from the Qingyan sect. Personally awarded my authentic high-quality refining liquid. I have always been reluctant to drink it, but today, to prevent Miss Chen from being deceived, willing to take it out and use it. Deception. Chen Xiling showed a surprised expression. Her mother, Liu Qinmin, explained with some worry. Xiling, young Master Zhu just mentioned. Our Chen family met a second-rank soul master. It is likely a counterfeit. Mother was thinking. Also believes a second-rank soul master. Why have I been relegated to a small, isolated city? You take out a bottle of premium refining liquid. Compare it with the authentic high-quality refining liquid. Now you will know the truth. Hesitant Fang Chen. Chen Xiling was a bit angry. Duh. I appreciate Master Zhu's kindness. But is the top-grade refining liquid real or fake? I can argue it out. Even if he is young and inexperienced, the shopkeeper can't be mistaken right. The powerful ones who bought the premium refining liquid, I won't misjudge right. Zhu Jiansheng spoke solemnly. Miss Chen, you are unaware. Recently, there has indeed been a batch, top-quality refining liquid that is indistinguishable from the real thing, roaming freely within the Qingyan sect's territory. According to reliable sources, it is very likely the work of the blood-floating palace. They are mass-producing counterfeit high-quality refining liquid, deceiving dancers for their money. If this doesn't work, then it also contains some toxicity. It has already caused many deaths. What if your Chen family has been deceived, selling counterfeit high-quality refining liquid to others? Caused casualties. You can't afford the consequences of this. Upon hearing these words, Chen Xiling's heart skipped a beat along with Gordon's. Could not help but feel a bit shaken. Zhu Jiansheng continued, Miss Chen, you take out a bottle of high-quality refining liquid crafted by this counterfeit soul. Compare it with my authentic version. Then you will know the truth. Yes. Chen Xiling gently bit her red lips. Do it this way. Aren't you doubting Fang Chen? Liu Kimin listened. The expression suddenly changed drastically. Feels that the situation is very serious. Da, Ling, what are you still hesitating about? Your father is seriously ill in bed. You must not make the slightest mistake. So, after Chen Xiling hesitated for half a moment, grit your teeth. He walked over with a bottle of freshly delivered premium refining kind liquid. Ta, how to compare? Savoring the intoxicating fragrance on Chen Xiling, Zhu Jiansheng couldn't help but wish for it to be true. If one uncovers the true face of the false soul style, it was equivalent to saving the entire Chen family. At that time, it is necessary for Chen Xiling to disguise herself as me. The Chen family has nothing to say right, suppressing the restless evil fire within my heart. Zhu Jiansheng took out 2 gray-brown seeds. This is a seed that looks like a diamond. It is very sensitive to spiritual energy, usually used for precisely distinguishing the grade of refining Kai liquid. Just need to water it with a bottle of Kai refining liquid. It will absorb the spiritual energy, emit different heights of the inner edge, then determine the quality of the Kai refining liquid. Paused for a moment. Zhu Jiansheng glanced at Chen Xiling's palm holding the Kai refining liquid. Duh. Of course. If it's fake Kai refining liquid, the seed will remain still. If Miss Chen has no other questions, let's get started. Zhu Jiansheng first opened his top-grade Kai refining liquid. Very painful. He couldn't bear to drink it himself. But if we can save the Chen family, capture the stunning Chen Xiling, this bottle too, right? Grit your teeth. He took a bottle of refining liquid. All fell onto a single seed. After 3 puffs, a miraculous scene appeared. This seed expands at a visibly fast rate. Torn apart, sprouting, growth, but just 10 inhales. Grew 3 inches tall with lush green tender shoots. Zhu Jiansheng said, growing 1 inch is the low-grade Kai refining liquid. 2 inches is the medium-grade Kai refining liquid. 3 inches is the authentic premium Kai refining liquid. Miss Chen, it's your turn. Chen Xiling felt a bit nervous. What if it's fake? What should he do? Do I have to sacrifice my own family for Liu Ruxu's righteousness? Take down the equation. Liu Qinling urged anxiously. Xiling, what are you still hesitating about? Helplessness. Chen Xiling could only purse her red lips. The ginger refining liquid was poured over the seeds. Then, crystal-like Mauzi, staring at the seed without blinking, silently praying in my heart. It must be true. If not, the Chen family is about to face utter destruction. Not only could they not suppress the Qin family, you will also have to pay a heavy price for the fake Kai refining liquid sold previously. Zhu Jianshen was leisurely enjoying himself, with a victorious smile at the corners of the mouth. It's obvious even with just a toe. This product is definitely fake. After all, throughout the entire Qingyun realm, there is only 1 second-rank soul master, San Roman 11 Gyuok. The seed is indeed completely silent. Chen Xiling's heart skipped a beat. A dull ache lingers. A handsome Yuerong visibly showed signs of panic. Fear brings what you dread. It turned out to be fake. Zhu Jian smiled faintly, revealed the benefactor's demeanor. Da, Miss Chen, fortunately I arrived just in time. The Chen family hasn't been dragged down too deeply yet. There is still room for maneuver. Zhu Jian gently helped her up. Da, Aunt, you are too polite. I felt an instant connection with Xiling. Could not bear to see her end up as a sinner of the family. Just came to help. We have all been through this. Who can't understand what she means? Liu Qinming was also happy about this. My daughter has caught the attention of a disciple from Qingyan. If it becomes a marriage, that would be wonderful." He hurriedly said, "Silin, hurry and thank young Master Zhu. Chen Xiling still hasn't come to terms with the huge gap." Dai said, "Thank you, young Master Zhu. Liu Kinming intends to bring the two together." Reprimanded. "Where can you find someone like you?" He took Chen Xiling's hand, pressed into Zhu Jian's palm, said with a smile, "You brought young Master Zhu. Let's take a nice stroll in our garden." Until this moment, Chen Xiling suddenly came back to her senses, quickly withdrew his hand. "Now, Father, what are you doing?" Liu Kinming decided to speak frankly. "The way, Xiling, Zhu Gongzi sacrificed a bottle of authentic high-grade Kai refining liquid for you. Do you still not understand my feelings of admiration?" He took Chen Xiling's hand again. "Down. Let's talk about it again. Master Zhu has saved our entire Chen family, saved dozens of people from top to bottom. Thank him sincerely. Isn't that how it should be?" Chen Xiling is still struggling, but felt utterly powerless. "Because Zhu Jianshan indeed has a great kindness." Watching as I am about to be stuffed into Zhu Jian's hands. Suddenly, he caught a glimpse of something, quickly shook off Liu Kinmin's hand, exclaimed, "Moved. The seed has moved." "What?" Liu Kinmin and Zhang Yuxiu looked over at the same time. Everyone was taken aback. "Really moved?" Zhu Jian's eyes widened in surprise as he looked over. Only the immobile seed could be seen, begin to sway in the expansion. Thus, he was shocked again. Let the spirit flow. However, as soon as the words were spoken, the seed expanded to its limit. Crack open, sprouting, a vibrant green sprout, growing rapidly. Yihan, 2 inches, 3 inches. On Chen Xiling's face, suddenly burst out with intense surprise. So excited that, 3 inches. It is 3 inches. It is indeed a top-grade refining item. He didn't deceive us. Zhu Jian's disbelief was palpable. How is that possible? Within the realm of Qingyan, how could there be a second-rank two-soul master? Could it be his top-grade forging leaf? It was obtained from the black market through Qingyan. He thought long and hard. There is only one explanation. But just at that moment, Chen Xiling gasped, covering her mouth again. "Wait a moment. He is still growing." Everyone focused their gaze. Indeed, this tender sprout is still slowly growing taller, until it reaches a height of 3.5 inches. Finally came to a halt. Chen Xiling excitedly clenched her fist. "Full 3.5 inches. Isn't it said that the high-quality refining elixir produced by our esteemed elder, the quality is even better than that made by the soul masters of the Qingyan?" Upon saying this, Zhang Yuxiu was shocked. "Full Shen you didn't say. Is the soul master from the Chen family fake? Why, the high-quality refining tool he crafted was so exceptional. It's not a lie at all. The effect is even stronger than that in the Qingyan." Zhu Jiansheng asked. He looked towards the secret room. "That second-rank soul master whom I have never met. Where could there be any hint of disrespect? There is only reverence. However, your earlier doubts were very certain. At this moment, it seems I've slapped my own face," muttering softly with a sense of unwillingness. "Even if he is a second-grade soul master. But it doesn't necessarily mean they are stronger than us in Qingyan. Our senior soul master from Qingyan, that is an experienced veteran who has been through many battles. The senior in front of me. Perhaps it was just a high-quality refining leaf that happened to be produced. It's just a bit better in quality." In response to this, even Chen Silin, who was filled with reverence for equations, "I also think it's fine." Senior soul master in the azure clouds, but a well-known senior figure. Throughout a lifetime, countless elixirs have been refined. On the other hand, the equation is still young, just a bottle of refining herbs. Far from proving himself superior to the soul masters of the Qingyan. At this moment, in the sealed room, a muffled sound suddenly echoed. A wisp of pale red smoke drifted out, diffused into the air. The backyard was instantly filled with a refreshing medicinal aroma. Just took a sniff. Zhang Yuxiu and Liu Qinming, two middle-aged women. His face showed an expression of obsession. "What is this thing?" "It's somewhat like a beauty-enhancing pill, but the medicinal fragrance is much more sophisticated than theirs. As the noblewoman of solitary Boat City, they have been using expensive beauty pills. Thus I immediately caught a whiff of the medicinal fragrance. Just, they used their familiar high-end beauty products. In the presence of this medicinal fragrance, seemed very inferior." Zhu Jai and Shen showed a look of confusion. The senior soul master of Qingyan sect once said, "The higher the grade of the elixir, the fragrance of the elixir becomes more intense during the refining process." "Miss Chen, what medicine is this senior refining?" Chen Xiling was also stunned, staring unblinkingly at the secret room. In a tone that even she couldn't believe, she said, "She wants to refine the rejuvenation pill." Zhu Jianchen had never heard of this pill before. Zhang Yuxiu was stunned into silence. "In legend, can make people turn gray and have a dark heart. The rejuvenating beauty elixir." Liu Qinmin brought excitement. "Chuan Dao, Silin, don't talk nonsense. This is a third-grade spirit elixir. No one in the world can forge it. This elixir only exists in legends. For women, with destructive power that could annihilate the world, no one can withstand me." Chen Xiling said. "The senior took away the Wanchuan beans. They said they would refine the Huanyan pill and tell me one, as material funds. I just don't know. Is Yan Dan still around?" Liu Qinmin excitedly held Chen Xiling's shoulders. "She really said she would give you one. Okay, okay, okay. My good daughter, you gave mother a huge surprise. Hand over the family business to you. The family business should be managed by her as the matriarch. But she never gets involved in the family business. The clan members are worried that she can't handle it. Only by insisting can Chen Xiling take charge." The mother and daughter both gained insights from this experience. Nowadays, there is a Huayan Dan. She immediately turned 180 degrees in her attitude. Zhang Yuxiu became anxious. "Such a divine object as Huayan Dan. Others have, but I don't have it myself. This is worse than killing her. Si Ling is a good daughter. You should also ask the aunt for one. I am willing to pay any amount." Chen Xiling immediately shook her head. "Such a soul master elder. It's not something I can just demand. I can only ask for you. Would the soul master senior be willing to sell to you?" Huanen, Zhang Yuxiu was overjoyed. Hastily took off the valuable jade bracelet from my wrist, placed in Chen Xiling's hand. "But daughter, auntie is counting on you, as long as you're willing to plead. No matter if it succeeds or not. This jade bracelet is a gift for you." Chen Xiling was startled. "This bracelet costs 100,000 taels of silver." She hurriedly waved her hand. "No, no, I can't accept it. It's too expensive." Jijai. At that moment, the stone door of the secret room opens. But in the red smoke, Fang Chen, looked at the three red Huan Yan Dan in the palm of his hand. The best one is the superior quality Huan Yan Dan. The other two are low-grade Huanian pills. She plans to use the Shangpin Hanyan Dan as one of the betrothal gifts. As for the remaining two, a promise made to Chen Xiling. There is still one. Can be sold. I just don't know how much it's worth. At this thought, she put away a high-grade and a low-grade beauty pill, put the last rejuvenation pill into the jade bottle, stepped out of the secret room. At this moment I realize. In the courtyard, besides Chen Xiling, there were three others. One person. It turns out to be the Qingyan Dong disciple who was competing with me for the betrothal gift yesterday. Zhu Jianshen, Senior. How is your refining going? Chen Xiling asked cautiously. Fang Chen smiled, threw the jade bottle in her hand to her. This is yours. Chen Xiling took a look. Even through the jade bottle, one can sense the extraordinary nature of this elixir. Huan Yan Dan. Liu Qinmin excitedly snatched it away. Looked closely again. That's right. The Huan Dan pattern your grandfather once painted. I have watched it countless times. Exactly the same. Daughter, give it to mother. Can it be done? Chen Xiling was speechless. Hurry and bow down. Reverence for the way. Senior, do you have any extra Huan Yan Dan? Chen Xiling quickly spoke up. Senior, this is Madame Zhu. Her son is a disciple of Qingyan. Can you let go? Sell her a pill of beauty. Zhu Jiansheng's mother. Fang Chen let out a meaningful laugh. Just can't leave. Zhu Jiansheng looked at them with almost worshipful fervor, blocking Fang Chen's way. With a thud, he knelt down. Disciple Zhu Jiansheng of Qingyan. Salute to my seniors. This is a soul master capable of refining third-grade spirit pills. Describe her rank. It is the third rank. The one and only 3-star soul master. The second-ranked soul master in the azure cloud stands before her, only worthy of bowing my head and calling myself a disciple. This terrifying, unparalleled boss is in front. If you still don't understand how to seize opportunities, she deserves to live at the bottom of the martial arts world for the rest of her life. Fang Chen glanced down at her. Dan Den said, What's the matter? Zhu Jiansheng's heart raced wildly, stuttering and stammering. Before, Senior, the younger generation admires the soul master path, willing to give up all of the Zhu family's wealth. Please accept me as your disciple, Senior. Although it was sudden, but Zhu Jiansheng understood. This third-tier soul master Senior, meeting you is like striking the greatest jade. Can you say a sentence? It is an opportunity accumulated over half a lifetime. If you don't hurry up and say it, I'm afraid there won't be another chance in the future. Fang Chen smiled, stealing his own woman, immediately knelt down and requested to be accepted as a disciple. She said bluntly, You are not qualified. Speak up, just don't leave. Zhang Yuxiu became anxious, stepped forward and slapped Zhu Jiansheng, scolded, You are crazy. You should reflect on your own identity. Dare to attempt to cling to the seniors. Third-rank soul master, that was their small Zhu family. Is there a love worth climbing for? This is something the Qingyan sect master has seen. A peerless figure that everyone must kneel to pay respects. An ordinary disciple of the Qingyan sect. He came up wanting to become a disciple. Like a clown. That's it then. And also offended the senior soul master, letting one's own words and promises fall through. He hurriedly chased after, constantly bowing in apology. Senior, I'm sorry. My son has never seen the world. Please forgive me. Regarding Huan Yan Dan, could you please make an exception, Senior? Chen Silin shot Zhu Jiansheng a disdainful glance. He has no self-awareness at all. First meeting. I just want to become a disciple, desperate to succeed. Xuanjai respectfully looked at Fang Chen. She said softly, "Senior, can you do us a favor for the Chen family? Selling another Yannian pill. I believe Madame Zhu is willing to pay any price." Classical Chinese, Zhang Yuxiu was immensely grateful just by this sentence. He just knows. The jade bracelet worth 100,000. Bai Sai didn't give it to Chen Xilin. Fang Chen seemed thoughtful. Pai Yan Dan seems to be even more popular than expected. Liu Qinmin and Zhang Yuxiu. Two lonely boats become top-notch ladies. All are so fervent, willing to ponder. Fang Chen took out a low-grade Huanian Dan. Pell. This sentence moves. Chen Silin was almost scared to scream. Quickly ran over. Our hands caught him. This is still Yan Dan. It was casually thrown away like an ordinary item. If it gets broken, what a huge loss that is. However, he immediately showed deep gratitude. So excited that, "Senior, don't worry. We must hold a grand auction. A third-grade zero pill. The extremely rare Hanian Dan among the third-grade items. Once the bidding begins, it will cause a huge sensation. At least the noblewomen in the solitary boat definitely can't sit still. When the time comes," that scene, Chen Silin felt secretly excited. This is a great opportunity to elevate the Chen family's status. Leaving with the equation, Zhang Yuxiu felt a deep sense of regret. Sigh, if it's an auction, I may not be able to get this order. Those old women, to repay for Yan Dan. Perhaps even her husband and son would be willing to offer themselves to the elder. Chen Silin smiled lightly. Beside her, Liu Qingmin smugly swallowed the medicine, under the watchful eyes of all. She truly turned her white hair to green. The wrinkles on her face visibly smoothed out. The skin becomes white and hydrated. 40-year-old her. It was as if I had undergone a complete transformation. Has turned into a young woman in her early 30s. Standing together with Chen Silin. Not like a mother and daughter. More like sisters. Just a few breaths. A middle-aged woman transformed into a young woman. The day of upheaval. It left Zhang Yuxiu astonished. This is the effect of the Huanian Dan. Her breathing became rapid. A hand yanked Zhu Jian up. Dao, let's go. Return to the residence immediately. Prepare the money. No matter the cost. I must obtain this Huanian pill. It must be done. As for the important matter of marrying Liu Ruxu for his son, she has already thrown it beyond the 9 heavens. When the equation returns home, Liu Ruxu was anxiously searching for her. Zio Chen, have you heard? The Chen family is preparing to bid for a Huanian Dan. She was completely surprised. The entire circle of noble women in Guzhou City is abuzz. It is said that the city lord's wife has made a statement. We must secure it. For this, she had a fierce argument with the city lord. No way. Fang Cheng touched his nose. She hasn't gotten home yet. The news spread throughout the entire city. And the allure of Huanian Dan. Isn't that a bit too big? Seeing Li Ruxu's surprised expression, Fang Zheng was surprised. Do you also want the Huanian Dan? Liu Ruxu is in the prime of her youth and beauty. Eating it is useless. How could I dare to think? Liu Ruxu was at a loss whether to laugh or cry. So many noble ladies are vying for it. What am I even? I think of Dad over the years. To support the Liu family. Exert all efforts. People have aged a lot. Fang Zheng gently paused his hand. I remember coming to the Liu family 10 years ago. Liu Zhengyan is still a young and strong man, middle-aged with bright eyes. 10 years have passed, yet worn and haggard, standing together with the well-maintained Wan Yingfeng. It feels like two people from different age groups. It will happen. Fang Cheng chuckled softly. Liu Ruxu sighed. Stop making sarcastic remarks. This is not something I can meddle with. The two people are engaged in conversation. Liu Zhengyin suddenly appeared out of nowhere. Standing at a corner, she quietly waved to them. The two walked over in surprise. Liu Zhengyin confirmed that no one was around, carefully pulled out a bundle of banknotes. 10,000 taels, 100 taels, scattered here and there. There are as many as 100,000 taels. He stuffed everything into Liu Ruxu's hands. Dad, what are you doing? Liu Ruxu exclaimed in surprise. Liu Zhengyin's eyes held a hint of shame. Bah, this is the secret stash of money Dad has saved over the years. I intended to after your wedding. Quietly handed to you. May you two live a good life together. Didn't expect that. Your stepmother made such harsh bride price demands. You take this money. Tomorrow I'll go to the Chen family's auction. Shoot that remaining single star down. Liu Zhenyan sighed. Your stepmother is going crazy now. I must have that particular one. If you use it as a betrothal gift. She still doesn't agree with your marriage. In order to repay Yan Dan, we'll also hold it in. Liu Ruxu remained silent, looking at Liu Zhengyan's aging appearance. Tears of emotion welled up in his eyes. She never thought. Liu Zhengyan will take care of himself. I thought she only had eyes for her sister, Liu Ryan. Tomorrow I will go with Liu Zhu. Strive to win. I hope the one who eventually marries Liu Zhu is you. Liu Zhengyan patted Fang Chen's shoulder. Han Jian showed her a hint of appreciation. Eyes closed, looking around, no one is there. Silently leaving again. Fang Zheng showed a hint of satisfaction. It turns out she still holds a place in her heart for her eldest daughter, just for the benefit of the family. I have to pay more attention to my younger daughter. This future father-in-law is not entirely useless after all. Just looking at the silver bar in Liu Ruxu's hand. Fang Cheng's forehead was lined with dark streaks. Bidding money to buy back your own things. Speak out. Who would believe that? One day, Fang Zhang helplessly left with Liu Ruxu, arrived at the Treasure Pavilion. This month's auction venue is at the Zhenbao Pavilion. It was just the two of them who had just arrived. Two people hurriedly approached from behind. It was Wang Yingfeng and Liu Ryan accompanying him. Seeing the equation and Liu Ruxu, Wang Yingfeng was clearly taken aback, immediately frowned. Are you here to bid on the Yan Dan as well? Liu Ruxu's final lead, slightly nodding. Wang Yingfeng still couldn't forget the humiliation that Feng Cheng brought upon her. HMPH. Don't think that knowing Chen Silin will help you win over Hai Yandim. Very soon, you will know the true desires of the Liu family. Speak. Quickly walked into the treasure pavilion with Liu Ryan. Fang Cheng let out a soft sigh. Dao. Lizu, you Liu family have her. It's a disaster, not a blessing. The Liu family faces the debts owed to the Qin family. No one mentioned using the bottom desire for the sake of one's appearance. She was willing to use the family's resources. Liu Ruxu's lips quivered slightly. Liu Zhengyin over the years, they secretly saved up their pocket money, reluctant to waste. Wang Yingfeng is doing well, for the sake of one's appearance, spending the family's wealth extravagantly. But what can she do? Let's go. Let's try to take a photo of He and Dan as much as possible. The two entered side by side. Her stunning beauty, like a crane standing among chickens, immediately drew the attention of every one present. "Liu, you came too." Ju Jiansheng in the front row immediately showed a smile, quickly approached. When I saw the equation beside me, I'm about to gasp for breath. "Is this the place you can come to? Do you know what this is for?" "Jing pa hiwa yan dan." Thang Cheng shook his head, picking up the pen to write. "If it weren't for young masters you bringing it up, I really don't know." Looking at the obviously mocking words. Ju Jiansheng's words